So this is the Tsprof k03. Tsprof, everything is marked Tsprof. What does Tsprof stand for? Tech Studio Profile, I think. But it's Russian, so what that translates as in what it actually means, I'm not sure. I think it means something like bespoke or artisan design stuff or something like that. Comes with this fantastic wooden box, everything fits in there. This particular unit came with a whole pile of little tools which are used to adjust things with. Came with 5 stones. At some point I'm going to upgrade the stones. It came with different sets of arms. The arms clip in here, so you can either have a wide knife or a long knife, or you can have a small knife. How this, similar to a Scary Sharp, the improvements on the Scary Sharp essentially is on this pivot system. The Scary Sharp, you have your knife in here, you have to reach around to adjust it to do the other side. It's a bit of a pain in the rear. This one, spin, spin. You can adjust the tension, so if you've got a really heavy knife or a really light knife, you make it really easy. Big heavy knife, hard. Doing a cleaver or something, really hard. I don't know if I'm doing this pretty light, so have it fairly light. Just like any kind of clamp system, you put your knife in, adjust it. Now the advantage of this one over some others is that because you can get your head right over it, you can kind of align everything up better. Once it's in place, you just tighten up the screws. Now I find with tightening screws, it's never a good idea to do one side and then the other side and then leave it. It's always best to do a little bit of one and go back, a little bit of other. It just seems to clamp a little bit better, and what you don't want in a guided system is the blade to slide around and then undo all the work of the guiding system. This particular one comes with a fantastic solid base. It also comes with a clamp, so I've added the clamp to the base. The whole unit is built out of metal, solid metal. So basically there's one brass bushing in here. The rest of it is aluminium. Where it's not aluminium, it's stainless steel, and where it's not stainless steel, it's titanium. Except for the little handle right at the end here, which is wood, which is nice. The knife's in, adjusted tight, and flip it round. Now the stones. And the stones in this one, at the moment, I'm just using the base stones that came with it. I'll start with 120. At some point I will upgrade. It comes with 5 stones, 120 going up to 1,000. I still think you need an angle adjuster thing. This one's AccuRemote, but an angle gauge. So you put it there, get it zeroed, take this, turn it round, put it there, bring it down. Now that's 19.75, so I want it to be at 20. Now all you do is adjust that. So you just spin it until you get the right angle you want. It's got a gauge on the front which is optimistic. It gives you a ballpark figure, but if you want to actually get it right, it helps to use something like this, and then you can set it exactly what you want. So that's now 20. Once it's there, twist this dial and that locks into place. Done. Off. Now I would, because you're using different stones, and the stones just clip into this little dovetail thing here, it's a really good system. Bang, bang. but because you can buy different stones and some of them are different thicknesses, that will change the angle that you're sharpening on. So it's always a good idea to have something like this handy, so that when you change your stones around, you can adjust the angle to compensate for the different stones, so that you're always working at the same level. Now, once in place, you just go back and forth. Now there's different ways of doing it. You can do one, and go up and down and work your way across. I haven't decided yet what's the best method. Once you've done one side, and you check for a burr and find it, it's not there yet, but you just flip around to the other side. Really, really good system. So what intrigues me about it is the potential stone selection, and that you can use, well, these guys don't actually make stones, they supply stones, but you can use stones from the KME system. The KME system isn't nearly as good as this system, I believe, but the stone selection is vast, so you can get things that are, you know, your standard India stones, you can get ceramic stones, you can get normal stones, you can get Belgian rock and old sea jasper and diamonds, and there's all sorts of different stuff, which is what kind of excited me to this, is that I was interested in trying different materials for sharpening, and you can get lapping films and the same sort of stuff I use for the wicked edge. I was hoping that I could get the wicked edge stones to fit. They don't. You can get ordinary stones, like for instance, if I just wanted to use this old sharpening stone, I could put it in here and away you go. But so saying that, it works best with the little metal plate that they have, that kind of got a dovetail system, it locks in, it's just tighter, and just better, but it's such a nice system to use. Oh, the one other thing, when you're sharpening, it's possible to run a sharpener over the edge so that the metal of the sharpener smacks into the edge of the knife. This one, what you can do is adjust it so that the amount of reach you have prevents you from doing that. So for this, I don't want it to go beyond here, so I put that in, I lock that in, and that means with an upward pass, maybe no, adjust it slightly more, upward pass, it's only going to go to there. Downward pass, I can adjust this, so it'll go there. Now the range of motion I've got is that, which means that I won't run it off the edge and damage the nice new edge that I'm building. The stones themselves have to be soaked in water, so there's no nasty chemicals, no oil, no strange chemicals like you use with the scary sharp to clean the stones, just plain old water, and away you go. Once you've developed your burr, which is there now, there's 120 grit stones, so it doesn't take very long. Flip over, and do the other side. Now, one advantage of this over the wicked edge is that sometimes with the wicked edge I have trouble getting right into the edge, and that's because the plate of the wicked edge sticks out slightly beyond the matrix of the stones. Now this one, it runs right up to the edge, so I can get right into the little edge of the knife and get the whole thing sharp. You still run the same risk of any kind of sharpener, that you could easily take the tip off if you're not careful with what you're doing. Yeah. And then once you've finished with one, stick it up there out of the way while you have a quick wash. Tidy it up. Put it away in this lovely little case that it comes with to keep your stones nice and safe. That's 120 done. Reach in, grab your next one, which is 220. Tsprof, it says on the back, 220. And drop it in. Flip this over to the other side. And away you go again. So I'll keep using this until it's sharp. I do change it slightly at the end when I'm at the last stone. I kind of get to the point where I do 5 strokes one side, turn it over, 5 the next, turn it back, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And the reason I do that is because unlike the wicked edge, it's possible to do more strokes and so work your bevel more on one side than you would on the other. So by doing that right at the final end, I feel I get a good compromise. And it's also nice to be able to keep an eye on things and see what you're doing, be able to move around it sort of, whereas with the wicked edge I feel that it doesn't quite have that capacity. Anyway, this is the 4th and final method I will introduce, and then after all of this, of course, we'll do some testing. Thank you.